Hi everyone, welcome back to Shrimpmania. In today's video I'm going to be making a new shrimp tank for Caridina species with the new products from QualDrop, which I never used before, so let's give them a try and see how they work. So here I have some shrimp products kindly sent to me by Happy Shrimp House, and we're going to try them today. So I have some remineralizers, I have some bacterial powders here, I have some media and a soil as well. So without further ado, let's start building our shrimp tank. Here you go guys, this is the tank which we're going to reset today. And this tank is currently running. I have a few cold shrimps here in this tank. And yeah, this tank is roughly about 1 year old, and the soil already lost its juice and it's not buffering the water good enough as before. So as you can see, the plants stopped growing. They're not growing very well at all because the lack of minerals in the water. We have some algae issue on the moss. So this tank is definitely need to reset, and that's what we're gonna do now. I managed to catch all the shrimps from this tank and take a look at them. It took me quite some time to do that, and it wasn't very easy because we have so many little babies there. This tank didn't do very bad at all. The shrimp still bred quite a lot, but anyway, it's time to reset it. Here you go guys, I just gave this tank a good wash and it's nice and clean now, so it's time to add a glass partition just to create an undergravel filter area at the back of the tank. So basically it's going to be exactly the same way I did this tank. So guys, now I'm going to show you quickly how to cut the glass partition. When you cut it, make sure it's slightly shorter than the distance between the glass. Just the reason of that because you want this to be fitted nice and easy, and you want some space for silicone as well. So now you need to mark where your partition going to be. So the easiest way is just to put your UGF plates first, then push it against them, so make sure they're nice and tight, and then just to mark a line on either side of the glass like this with a very thin marker, and make sure this glass is 90 degrees. So now you can see we have a markings where our partition is going to be located. So now it's time to protect the glass with the masking tape. So this masking tape is going to protect our glass from silicone, and at the end we're going to have a much better result. So now I want to do exactly the same with the glass, and I'm going to put masking tape on the glass just to protect the glass from silicone. So now it's time to apply the silicone, and I'm applying the silicone in this gap between the masking tape. Okay, now it's time to put the glass in place. We got our silicone here. Just slide this glass from top to the bottom. Okay, once you finish with this, it's time to wipe the silicone with your finger. It's time to remove the masking tape. So, okay guys, last thing what you want to do is just to put your plates again, and then make sure they're nice and tight. And if they're not nice and tight, you just push this glass against this plate slightly, and make sure it's nice and tight now. And do it before your silicone dries, just when you finish that, and make sure this glass is 90 degrees. Otherwise it's not going to look straight, you know, it's going to look funny. So now it's nice and tight, and you can remove your plates carefully. And now just wait until the silicone is dry. It's going to take about like 10 hours, I would say. So tomorrow I'm going to tidy up the silicone and clean the little bits and pieces. You can see we have a little bit silicone just on the glass there. And then after that we can fill this tank with the soil and start cycling it. See you tomorrow. I'm back, it is next day. Let's continue to build our tank. As you can see guys, I already cleaned the glass from silicone and it looks nice and neat. And I also put the undergravel filter plates inside the space, and I touched the tubing. So now it's time to put the soil inside the tank. And I choose ADA Amazonia for this tank. So I don't want to experiment and use the soil I've been sent. I don't know who came up with the name, like bottom soil. Very creative. time to add some bacterial powder in the tank, and this is where the things get a little bit complicated, because normally I only have one bacterial powder. I just add it on top of the soil, that's it, job done. This time I've been sent for like four different or five different products, so it's getting a little bit confusing now, but luckily Jakob, who runs the shop, he sent me an instruction and just explained everything. So as far as I understand, this is the main bacterial powder, which is called Biobacter. So it works just as a typical bacterial powder I'm normally use inside my tanks. So we're gonna simply sprinkle it on top of the soil before we start the tank. Also, we're gonna use the product which is called PS Bacter. It's right here. And this product is basically the same bacterial powder, but it's aiming on growing algae in your tank. So let's see how it works. So hopefully we're gonna have more like dust algae for shrimps in the tank if we're using this product. Also here I have another product which is called Bio Nitro, and I think this is more for established tank to remove nitrates and harmful bacteria, if you believe of the sticker here. And also what I've been told to use is a product called Rich One. So this is basically a fluvic acids, amino acids, vitamins and stuff like beneficial stuff for shrimps and helping reduce pH and helping shrimps to survive and stuff like that. So we're gonna use this product as well. Guys, if you watch my other video where I use bacterial powder from Taiwan, it smells almost identical as this powder. So very interesting. I think it's almost the same components inside, I would say. If believe the instruction, I should put it under the soil first, and then after I fill the water. But the thing is, I don't have a lot of soil here and I don't want to put it underneath of that soil in UGF. So I'm simply gonna sprinkle on top of the soil. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, I'm not sure, but it should work, I think. So I'm gonna sprinkle probably about like a 3 spoons, maybe a little bit on this soil, just on the UGF as well. I think it should be enough. So now I'm gonna sprinkle some PS Bacter as well. Should be a spoon inside, I think. Yeah, the spoon inside. I sprinkle 3 spoons of this product on top of the soil. That should be enough. So now let's put a little bit of Rich One, because this guy has also suggested me to use this product when I start the tank. And I also have a spoon inside here. So the dosage is for 50 liters, should be 2 spoons flat like this, but he suggested me to double the dosage in the beginning, so I'm gonna put 4 little spoons like that inside the tank. It smells like a coffee, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's like a coffee. We add some coffee for shrimps. Okay, we've done with bacteria, and this is only 3 products we added. Is PS Bacter, Biobacter and Rich One. I hope they're gonna work. So now it's time to fill the tank with the water. Since we set this tank up, so let's see how this tank doing now. Here you go, guys, this is our new tank, and you might notice that the water became a little bit brown, and this is due to that fluvic product we added into the water. It also a little bit cloudy, which is also normal for the new setup. And here next to this tank you can see my last tank, which I featured on my previous video, and you can see we have a little bit of the dust algae already started growing on the surface of the glass. I like this result. This is what I want to see in my new tanks. Hope this tank gonna be developed the same way. So here in this rack I already have 4 new tanks we just started. 2 of them we started with Taiwanese bacterial powder, 1 of them with QualDrop products, and 1 of the tank at the top, which I'm afraid I cannot show you, we started with SL Aqua magic powder. So very excited to see the result and very excited to compare all the products. And guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to sell you anything. So what I'm doing here, I'm testing some of the shrimp products and then I'm sharing the result with you, so you don't have to do it yourself. Instead, you can just watch my videos and then decide for yourself which product would work best for you. So now I want to concentrate on the most important products for shrimps in my opinion, and they are active soil and bacterial powders. And I already started a few tanks with different bacterial powders and different soil, so now we need to be patient and wait for the tanks to develop, and then we can add the shrimps and then compare the result. And if you don't want to miss that, you know what to do, just click that subscribe button and this bell sign and you never miss my update. And I want to say thanks to Jakob from Happy Shrimp House for sending me these products to test on my channel. And of course, big thanks to all of you guys who watched this video to the very end. See you in the next one.